Now, the Cosmo Canyon. This is the place. Yeah, it's following specific and weird tropes in its design, and yes, this was Red's home. Is Red's home? No. Oh, and yes, that's where Red came. He said he would come here, so let's have a chat with this guy. Nope. Oh yes, that guy is real nice. Well, oh, there's the guy going to fix the buggy, which is good. The last of his kind. Endling. That is the word, actually real fine word for yeah, there's several locations. Well, endling is the word for the last of its kind. Oh yeah. And they're studying stuff in here. Well, just buy a few silver omelets. And there's this one guy. Oh, well, he's searching for something and I don't know what. And there's some big door and weird things. Oh, a way to see the whole place and some characters walking around, which is nice detail, not just landscape. Time to climb these stairs. And this is actually to the observatory. Oh yeah. Perhaps in matters of psychology, but it's a fact that he might be psychologically in a sense very mature in comparison to his, but he might be physically might not be grown up yet. But hey, it's still a quite impressive looking beast. Even though he's the last of his kind and sentient being to understand that, so it's very sad. Stone of Cosmos. Otherworldly whale. Yep. Well, that's red. Oh, so I guess I have to go and fetch somebody. This is just a slight gameplay thing to make it so that you would explore the Cosmo Canyon more, and it's a very impressive place. there's of course practically every place in Final Fantasy VII is impressive, but this one goes above and beyond in the fact of looking, not just feeling coherent and coherent wall in a sense. My mind doesn't work. Well, just to say that the general feeling of Cosmo Canyon is very clear that it's not just a gameplay relevant place, although it is that. It's with all the necessary services. It's for the player. It's very functional place with tells a story just by itself, being there, not just by the general need for the game to have locations that you can explore and eye candy for you to watch, especially in this game, which had lots of eye candy in it, which is good. There's Red. Looks like he's just lying down, or maybe that's his place. Maybe being a quadrupedal animal makes him quite... Well, let's ask the... strange one and Aeris with me. Aeris because she's an ancient, meaning she probably has in a sense connection to the planet itself, but by general sense it doesn't matter whom you're playing, so I could have done this much faster, but there's no point in that. This place provides exposition, this moment that you're about to witness. And it's a good thing that they can show much of that exposition without much of just dialogue. This is some sort of planet. This is Bugenhagen's planetarian device. It's very it's a very impressive show of narratives display. Yeah, and despite him being a naturalist, this place uses technology. Bugenhagen is well aware of things. There's even a black hole in this building. And of course, like any smart folks, Bugenhagen has eyeglasses. But when it's a matter of these 3D models, I don't know were the original ones this good. It's just different television screens which couldn't show their resolution, or did they actually redesign, make these whatever? Yeah, but this is the meta game things, or better say meta story, which give exposition. As in a sense, cycle of life, that Gaia hypothesis and all that kind of things, fancy material things, but despite this game feeling very coherent, it still feels like this whole piece of the world with Midgard continent and other things would just feel to be a part of the whole world, because there's practically no other nations, states or any other. It feels very small in a sense, or colorless. But yeah. Exposition. That could be voiced, but it couldn't. So it's gravity. Gravity makes planets. That's scary. End of the world. But when it's a matter of that, you know, spirit energy disappearing, where could it disappear from the planet? That makes it very complex. Indeed. So, yeah. That's interesting, but that's in a sense very good idea about, I would say, good, nicely veiled idea about fossil fuels and all that. But there's still it's the bit of complication about that, the fact that the matters still don't disappear. They are. But Cosmo Canyon. Exposition about about the basic, you could say the underlying theme of, in a sense, green, pro-green theme and manner of this game, as in the bad guys are big industry with monopoly and no competition and very little of ethics, of business ethics. But they are the others. Sitting next to Cosmo Candle, Eternal Fire. And there should be a bloody huge pile of ash if they just burn wood in there. Unless there's some sort of natural gas thing they are burning. Let's have a chat with Barrett. What is he doing? So, Barrett has been walking around. Yeah. Barrett. Habit of being loud and not actually caring. In a sense, a likable character, but also in a sense very unpredictable. And Tifa is also remembering things. And that's is a deeper theme of this game. That, well, yeah, not much. Which is that's in a sense sad. There's two characters in this group which are last of their kind, Ares and Red. Yeah, it's Red XIII, but I still prefer to just call Red. Or Nanaki, that's his real name, but, well, he didn't tell it, so it's Red. That's Bugenhagen. Oh yeah, you're free. Now I'm ready to go. Buggy is about to be repaired, and I'm about to get ready to do some scary things. So it's time to save before that, and ready to go. And there's Bugenhagen going to that scary looking door. But why is he laughing so much? He doesn't feel to be practically so sane. Yeah, and face recognition camera system. Well, yep, Bugenhagen is following us, but not too long way. And path to underground tunnels. Couple of levels. about how the gameplay is paced and how these kind of segments are filled. This is entry to dungeon, and of course many games like this do follow some kind of structure of dungeons that you progress in the world map, you go to a different place, you do things there, you progress, you kill a boss. That's a dungeon. But time to get forward. Oh yeah, strange looking rock. Let's break it and get into a fight against all kinds of weird thingies. So we use steel, attacks and all that kind of basic thingery. They don't have anything, so no need to bother. And they fall down quite easily, which is good. And it can attack twice in a row, but it ain't too scary, it goes down. And they do give quite lots of XP and all that, and more fightings. There's gonna be lots of enemies in this place, so... it was one of these corridors which opened that place, and I remember it was quite far. And it's quite much brute force after more fightings. And they went down. Always more of this. It's bloody brute force thingy. Gotta fight, gotta kill these. There's lots of these bastards. Oh, the speed up was on. And yes, finally I found it. In a sense, that's a good explanation about why there's monsters in here. Yeah, the spirits are haunting this place, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. And if you run to this place, you're gonna get slipped and hit spikes, which cause damage. So, no need for that. Returning here to grab added effect materia, quite handy, most likely. And more fighting. That was it. Like this, you slide over. But there's safe directions to slide to. And more monsters. They are quite annoying. And so... just getting this equipment here. Black megaphone. And monsters. There was monsters going. And it's always a good idea to go and grab all these treasures. Even though they might be stuff you don't actually much need, they're still good. And more monsters. There still is one good part about fighting monsters so much. You get a lot of XP and gil. A narrow passage through which attacking becomes very difficult. That's very common narratively. And there was... and time to use the... these tunnels are a bit of complexing, and once I faced to walk through this spider web, there will be a special monster which cannot be avoided. But there's a trick to actually kill it really efficiently. A skill called Frog Song. Most enemies are quite immune to status effects, but usually when they are not. Annoying spider monster just went to completely crippled spider monster. Now it just becomes much easier to just go and annihilate it, swift and easy. Its attacks have become just completely laughable. I can just keep waiting at it until it dies. But it doesn't have anything. It does have something to steal. And it went down already. Couldn't do much. But we're trying to get to these many monster places. And going through this corridor, getting to... Oh, not that button, this button. More. Indeed, pressing the touchpad in the PlayStation 4 gives you a chance to put a point a finger at your character to see where you are actually going, which is convenient in places where there's little of your own character be seen. So let's just go and get through this and kill the monster. And getting forward. What is this? Well, I also did it, but it sounds there's something really scary behind that, so I guess it's time to actually gather this stuff or the off screen, mostly because there's not much interesting to see in gathering this stuff. And going ahead. That looks bad. Very bad. Very ugly face. Blood pools. Yeah, monster. A boss monster. So-called Gi Nattak. But there's a chance to, in a sense, kill it with a one single strike using X potions, which heal everything full, and it's undead, so healing hurts it. Yeah, the fires can do damage it. Just because I wanted to use the cure spell. It's got nothing to steal. X potion. Killed with one strike. Trickery. And with it we got the gravity material as well. So, but there's actually some very fine plot happening here. With magnificently sad music as well. It's very difficult for me to speak because this is great storytelling. Somebody who couldn't return. Of course, there's nobody to tell of somebody who couldn't return. Even if they went to fight and they couldn't return, someone make the talk that they ran. And he didn't risk his life, he gave it. Or if he's become stone, he may still have it. And that's also a neat touch that Yuffie does look at the thing finally. Yeah. Now the reason why the Red will be in our team, not just why, but all the game. It's a brave plan, but it might fail. That's very brave hope, indeed. And that's fucking old. Even though with assuming you're the mystical mumbo jumbo, he might be well balanced with life. So yeah. Just good old fashioned psychological projection. He can't do anything, so forces somebody else to go. Well, he has to. And he doesn't bother. Now Red got some guts. A stone crying. That is very powerful imagery. An idea. I don't know, did they take it from Western tales of crying statues, or just is it it is also convergently evolved in Japan as well, but that's magnificent storytelling. It still has a gut-wrenching feel it gives me. And that's not an easy thing to do in video gaming, and even less in this kind of blocky style of graphics, especially knowing how they. But time to go. And Red's coming too. He got, well, you could say he's grown up. He's got permission, he's grown up, he's determined. And that's his explanation. And Cosmo Canyon is now completely available to go. And Buggy is working, so it's time to do some savings now. That was it. Time to get going to the north. Well, there's a new river to cross. And these bleak mountains look very much like mountains, very foreboding. And there will be lots of plot in here appearing. Nibelheim. Like nothing had happened. And there's the well, and there's real sad music, grim music in here. Yes, the Nibelheim is about as grim as you could hope. And what are these weird things, guys in black capes? They are rambling about reunion, which actually is a very big concept in this game. So there's Tifa's house, but a weird. Somebody's they. And these guys are in... well, they do have a meaning in this story, but they generally are just there to ramble and look weird and give some backdrop. Tifa's room. It's completely unchanged, even though I remember. Yeah, just playing some notes. Not much of point. So let's just go here to Cloud's home. But Cloud's mother is not here, most likely because she died in a fire. I wanna hear the story. That person has moved in. Another place. Selling stuff, nothing unusual in that. There's a store. I haven't been born and raised here. So that makes a bit of interesting things to see. And here's the inn. With again one creepy weird dude with a black cape. And that window was the one in which Sephiroth looked out. And this is the room where Cloud and the others slept. Everything is more or less completely it's all the same. And well, gameplay wise there's a reason why they did it. And there's also a story based reason as well, but it will be revealed later. In a sense, very appropriate that Sephiroth is here. So time to go and check this. And there's fights in here as well, against all kinds of weird and creepy things. The things in here are quite weird. They do lots of status attacks. Also, let's read it. Dial 4. Right 97. That's actually a big hint about all kinds of things. Because, well, it's not a big point to state, but that hints about a big secret character, Vincent Valentine, and its fight. The things in this place are quite creepy, and they do status attacks, so they are dangerous. Oh, in here, add more monsters. There's just many of them. Plenty of monsters. And there's also, and that's the safe you need to open if you wish to get the code, or the safe you wish to get the key to call Find Vincent. But there's all kinds of thingery, magickery in here. And these stairs led to the place where Sephiroth went insane. And the same corridor with the same creepy skulls in it, and fights. And here. Grim, dark, abandoned laboratory. But something Cloud must go alone. And there he is. Being here brings back memories. Genova reunion. Calamity from the... That is a nasty title for somebody to be. Right. North. Yeah. He's still going... Oh! And he actually gives a materia. And flies. Without any effort. That should tell that how actually insanely powerful Sephiroth is. To be afraid of him is very wise. For you can say that if in video games somebody, or even in storytelling generally, somebody flies with that kind of ease, means they are very, very strong. Something you don't wanna pick fight with at all. And it's a fight. And still going towards these stairs and the thumping scene of Sephiroth blocked by a fucking fight. Nothing particularly bizarre in that, just a weird... Just so fucking many of these fights against these pests. Still going. So it's time to leave the building. And admire all these creepy weirdos. Yep, that's where he's going. Oh damn, my mistake. What's he also telling? Yeah, he's calling and Sephiroth left the place. He's going north. Is it because of his own pace or does he have some sort of will to chase Cloud? But I'm at the other side of Mount Nibel. Obviously Nibelheim, so it's time to go to the mountains. And it'll be next time when I'm gonna start researching these bleak hospital mountains. See you then. See ya.